Let's meet the visiting team, Chicago Bulls. At small forward, Ayo Dosunmu. At the other forward position, Matas Buzelis. At center, Nikola Vucevic. At shooting guard, Kobe White. At the other guard position, Derrick Rose. The head coach of the visiting team is Billy Duncan. Let's bring out the starters for your Memphis Grizzlies. At the small forward position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 5, Vince Williams Jr. At shooting guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 1, Scottie Pippen Jr. Man in the middle, 7 feet 4 inches, number 14, Zach Edey. The other forward, standing 6 foot out, number 8, Jack Jackson Jr. At guard, 6'3", number 12, Josh Morant.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And on the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. On Wednesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that matchup against the Nets, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. Should be a fun one.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Buzelis. Derrick Rose is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Dosunmu, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. And for the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson is out there with Williams. Then there's Ja Morant. Then there's Edey. And it's Pippen in at the 2. Stan, peer through your coach's lens just a second for us. And what are you trying to accomplish early on in the season?
Well, I think, Kevin, there's so much player movement now. You've always got a lot of new guys. So, number one, you want to get everybody oriented into your system and the way that you do things. And then you're trying to figure out who are your best combinations on the floor, who starts, who comes off the bench, everybody's role. That takes time.
Oh, that's great insight.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Morant. That shot, no good. Nice D from Rose. From 13 feet, it goes down.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
Pippen feeling it out a bit to the paint. Here's Edey, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
And finished off by Rose.
The burst, the tight handles, all of it makes Derrick Rose one tough cover defensively.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
White, good.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Now, here's Pippen. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Jackson. Back to Pippen. 6 to shoot. Now, here's Morant for 3. Bangs on the trifecta.
Wow. When Morant is hitting the 3, he becomes basically unguardable.
Outside Rose. Outside White. From the arc. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, Derrick Rose.
He's really been on his A game lately. You know, the way their offense is set up, it really relies on his ability. He sets the tone each time down the floor, and he's been a lot of fun to watch. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Williams finds Pippen. To the inside. Edie, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway. The Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Now here's Morant. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Orlando.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention, there's usually someone open.
Rose against Morant. Rose, no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Williams, a screen on White. 6 on the shot clock, and Jackson gets it to go.
Just too much. Jaren Jackson Jr., a physical big.
Rose against Morant. Pass to White. To halt the run. Offensive rebound. Vucevic with the bucket.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. Outside Jackson. Pippen, the pass to Morant. No good with the triple.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Morant against Rose. Dives to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Rose.
Yeah, and Rose is used to getting knocked around, especially with the force he drives the basketball. But how about the exceptional body control there?
And it's Morant missing.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Rose, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Morant.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Edey. Now Jackson. And another miss by Memphis. Rose with the ball. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. Here's White. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. White's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Bulls. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor no matter what you do. It seems like your opponent does it better.
Yeah, it wasn't a close one. And sometimes that's the kind of loss you'd rather have because it really gets the attention of your player.
Grant. Pass to Edey. Williams kicks to Pippen. Williams against Herter. Pippen for three. Not this time. His first miss in 3 attempts from the field. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Here's Buzelis, guarded by Jackson. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson. The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. No good on the free throw. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadlines, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Now, here's Rose, following the miss by Ja Morant. Shoots over Morant. And the rejection by Morant. Pippen, the pass to Jackson. And again, Memphis, no good.
And already, they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Here's Rose. And the layup falls. Rose has got 10 points.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Inside, here's Pippen. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Here's Chicago. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Rose. Oh, wow! What a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Wow, I don't know how you stop that. Rose putting on a show.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Jackson. Pippen down low. Light covering.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
After back-to-back 50-win season, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Williams. Wells, he's checked in for Pippen. And it's Ty Jerome in for Ja Morant. Now, here's Clark to the wing right side. Jerome, no good.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
From deep, Rose. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Aldama passes to Jerome. Down low. And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
And here's Rose outside. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Showing a very healthy 6 for 9.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Jerome passes to Jackson. That one drops for him.
Well, this is why you get Jackson Jr. the ball inside. He has a good sense for how to capitalize down there.
Lobbed up there for Collins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Jerome after the Bulls pick up 2. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the score by Memphis. And he gets the bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Jerome. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Wells passes to Clark. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. A second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, Jackson Jr. understands how to get to the line. Good at using his size to force defenders to compromise.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Oh, man, their mid-range jumper also has been on fire. Tough to beat a group of guys shooting with that much confidence.
And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group. But it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Now, here's Rose. 19 points in the game, and good that time.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Jerome. Wells in the corner. Fires the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Jerome's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, this offense is so much better when Jackson moves the ball.
Outside Rose to the middle. Here's Smith. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Hey, Coach, one area the Bulls can struggle with, defending the outside shot.
Yeah, Kevin, they've been very poor the last few seasons on that front. Not closing out, missing assignments. It's strange because they were once elite in that regard under Donovan.
Anthony's checked in for Memphis. Here's Jerome. 5 points in the game. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he makes the first. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
And Vucevic kicks to Rose. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Rose has got 24 points.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Here's Jerome. He has 7. To the wing on the left. Here's Aldama. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Chicago. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing? So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Edey's checked in for Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Santi Aldama. Vince Williams is checked in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for Ty Jerome. So for Chicago right now, Dosunmu is out there with Williams. Then it's White. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Collins in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Pippen. Here's Edey. Misses in close. Outside, White. Bulls moving the ball around. Collins passes to Rose. Collins a screen on Morant. Lobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Rose, good.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt.
Jerome passes to Jackson. Inside, Pippen. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Pippen's got 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Rose. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And that play takes talent. D. Rose taking it up strong, knows he's drawing contact, and makes the proper adjustment.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Pass to Jerome. Rose with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 7. And the shot is good. Rose has got 31 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pippen against White, shoots from 14, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, they gave him the mid-range. Smart idea to take that one.
Now here's Rose. Not a lot of room. And Rose throws it down hard.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
Memphis has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Williams can't hit. Chicago has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Over Jackson, Rose, and the rejection by Jackson. Outside Williams. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Rose, and Rose throws it down.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
Here's Jerome. 12 points for him. Knocked loose. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. And the dunk by Rose.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Jerome passes to Pippen. Here's Jerome. Shot clock at 6. And the basket is good. Jerome's got 14 points.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Rose goes in. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And you give Rose an angle to the rim. That's exactly what's going to happen. Too quick, too explosive.
Outside Pippen. 1:03 left to play here in the second quarter. Jackson passes to Pippen. Now here's Jackson. It's Pippen on the wing. White covering. And it's Pippen missing.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
For Chicago, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Vucevic comes in for Zach Collins. And Buzelis subbed in for Williams. Pass to Edey. And here's Pippen. Here's Jerome. Rose with the block. Down low. And he lays it straight in. Rose has got 44.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game. And he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Jackson finds Pippen. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Here's Pippen. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Bulls. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. It's time now to go courtside as we send you. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And get ready for the
Well, right now for the Bulls, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they'd be good, but we didn't know they'd be this good. Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Grizzlies.
They're getting destroyed inside.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
They've got Pippen. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. Then it's Williams. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Morant with the screen on White. Back to Morant. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Pippen's got assist number 8 now on the night.
Well, the defense can't let Morant get comfortable down there or he'll just continue to torture them.
To the paint. Out to White. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. 5 to shoot. Here's Rose. And Rose throws it down.
And one of the all-time high risers at the point guard position, Derrick Rose, can still throw it down.
The Grizzlies trail by 18. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being
Billy
fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
And let's check out the stats for White. He had a strong showing last season. Put up about 19 points a game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
Yeah, and make no mistake, we're watching a special guy here, and his numbers only tell a fraction of the story.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Rose. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
The first one falls. You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant start on the Grizzlies with some changes. Off's jacked in, and Santi Aldama is subbed in for Jaren Jackson. Then for the Bulls, Kevin Huerter comes in for Kobe White, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for Trey Jones. Vucevic a screen on Morant. Rose up on top, guarded by Morant. And it's Rose missing.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got Kevin Huerter. Dosunmu is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Bruce Ellis, and it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle. Oh, Vucevic in position.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Lays it up off the glass. Morant's got 19 points.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Wells dishes to Morant. And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Edey's checked in for Memphis. Jackson comes in for Santi Aldama. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Okoro's checked in for Dosunmu. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Some guards are absolutely fearless working inside. And Morant very high on that list.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint.
2 shots.
Good on both. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant looking around. Jackson passes to Pippen. Pass to Edey. Clock at 6. Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. From deep, Rose rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pippen kicks to Morant. Here's Edey. Here's Aldama. He's defended by Herter. Some nice passing there by Memphis. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Morant.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
In the corner, Herter with it. Here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
Morant passes to Aldama. To the inside. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Pippen. And now 24 points for John Morant. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Williams is checked in for Santi Aldama. Chicago also making some changes. Dosunmu comes in for Kevin Herter. And it's White in for Okoro. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Good on the second free throw. The Bulls leading by 3. Outside Rose. Pass to White. Rose against Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dosunmu. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Now here's Jackson. Now Morant.
Well, the word dynamic really only scratches the surface for John Morant. The way he moves, his speed, it's all just on another level.
That free throw, no good.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half. Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Morant against Rose. Out to the right wing. Pass to Buzelis. Launches a 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
3.
And the Bulls lead by 5.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And it goes down 2 points. Morant's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
Love it when Rose looks to share the ball, especially when his teammates are open like that.
The 3 from Morant. The rebound by Dosunmu. Bulls leading by 6. A crossover. Yet another bucket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Rose. And, yep, another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Morant against Rose. Looking to end the run, and it's Morant missing. And Chicago shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. The shot will not fall. Rose with some nice D. The Bulls shooting about 47% here in the fourth. And got it! Another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. The Grizzlies trail by 12. And here's Morant. Misses from close range.
The defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Dosunmu, the pass to Rose. Spins. fader on the way. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Rose has got 56 points in the game. The Grizzlies call timeout.
Okay, again, let's get it for the Grizzlies. Breakers, break time.
Morant outside. 1:31 left in the fourth. A special move before the shot.
Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
Rose looking around. Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot on. White, good.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bulls.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Rose.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Offensive rebound.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Substitution on the court.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Nick, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We were really...
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll
So happy to have you here for a midweek edition of the NBA on 2. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. At the 2 and the 3, it's Suggs and Wagner. And it's Giddey in at the point guard position. Pass to Suggs. Wagner outside. Banchero outside. To the paint. Here's Carter. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Now White turned in an outstanding game against Memphis. Rose with it. Three-pointer. That one doesn't drop. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And so here is Chicago. Orlando making their last shot. Rose with the bucket.
This is the range Rose is comfortable from. A point guard who likes firing more from 15 feet than 25.
Giddey passes to Wagner. To the inside. Carter can't get it to go.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Rose. 6 on the shot clock. A little mid-range shot is up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
A big strength of Rose. He has spent lots of time on becoming a better shooter, and it shows.
Here's Giddey. Shot blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Rose. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to put one up here from deep. Giddey.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots.
RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There is an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Chicago's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Rose. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And the level of creativity that Rose has. I mean, just showing it all off in the pick and roll.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at Indiana. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for Chicago, they're off to a really solid start, pushing aside those that doubted them in the preseason and proving they're capable of more.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Wagner outside. Here's Banchero. They get the rebound. Outside Giddey. The kick out to Banchero. Misses and the dry spell continues. Chicago leading by 4. From deep, Rose knocks it down from distance. Rose has got 9 points.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
White against Suggs. Now here's Giddey. He's guarded closely. Misses his 4th shot of the night. Still hasn't hit one yet.
This is hard to watch. You might want to put the kids to bed. This man still has not hit a shot this quarter.
Here's White. Pass to Buzelis. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Magic trail by 10. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. The Magic, 4th.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Wagner finds Giddey over Rose. That's good from Giddey on the assist by Wagner.
Beautiful execution, getting it away quickly. Giddey just wasting no time.
From deep, Rose. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Giddey. Lays it up and banks it in. Giddey's got his second basket on the night.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
From deep, Rose. Orlando grabs the miss. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
Last season, this was a surprisingly difficult matchup for them. Lost every game against this team.
Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams. And that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Herder's checked in for DeSumo. Rose can't connect.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Outside Carter. Suggs against Herder. Carter, a screen on Herder. Back to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
They're using his frame to set a big pick. Carter effectively disrupts the defense.
From deep, Rose. And again, no good by Chicago.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's the teardrop, and it's blocked by Vucevic.
Powerful shot by Vuce, showing how effective he can be on D.
The Magic making a switch here. Black's checked in, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. That free throw good from Giddey. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
Shot clock at 6. Inside. Out to Rose. Here's the three. Orlando grabs the miss. Wagner outside. From the low block. The bank shot, no good. Bulls leading by 4. Rose right side. It's Herder on the wing. Back to Rose. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Banchero. Driving inside. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Here's Rose. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. From deep. Herder passes to Rose. Back to Herder. They still need this. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Banchero. Over Buzelis. Banchero no good. The Bulls have got 6 of 14 in so far. Out to Rose. And it falls all over the rim and in. Rose has got 14 points for the game.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Wagner, the pass to Carter. And a big-time jam! He slams it right over Vucevic.
And just excellent work by Carter Jr. He's used to having to overcome tough defense like this.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Rose. 14 points for him. The kick out to White. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Another assist in the career of D. Rose.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Orlando. Pass to Carter. Here's Black. No made baskets yet. Now Banchero. Here's Black. He's guarded by White. Here's Banchero. And it's Chicago with a board.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor.
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. And the Bulls making a change here. Collins checked in. Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. And Carroll passes to Isaac. Back to Banchero. From deep, Giddey. It's hauled in by White. Chicago leading by 7. Rose outside. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Black. Another shot. And Giddey finishes it off. Giddey's got 9 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Rose against Giddey. White for 3. The shot is good, and the assist by Rose.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pass to Banchero. Carter, a screen on Herter. Pulls up. Buzelis grabs the board.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Rose right side. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. A minute 37 left now in the first quarter. Black passes to Giddey, and Carroll with it. Back to Giddey. Carter on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buzelis grabs the board.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
Rose with the bucket.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Isaac. Chicago making their last shot. Back to Giddey. 51 seconds left to play in the first. He gets it in there.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
From the right block. That shot off. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
And stolen by Banchero. Here's Black. Hits the 3-pointer.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Buzelis. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Here's Black. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Wow.
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how.
Derrick Rose has been leading the charge for Chicago. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. Here's Rose. 16 points for him. Pass to Dosunmu. From the arc. Drops in the 3. Dosunmu's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
How about the grit of Ayo Dosunmu? You see it in his hustle play, but also his work ethic, RJ.
Yes, he continues to improve, B.A. The coach is training him to be shot ready. That's down and low. He's upping his volume and efficiency from long range.
From deep, Rose. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And at the arc, Rose definitely picks his battles, but when he sees his chance, he knocks it down.
Here's Here's Suggs. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
White with it, and it's Giddey picking him up. Here's Dosunmu. Shot from the low post is good. Dosunmu's got 9 points. Magic trail by 6. Wagner outside. From Pete Giddey. That shot off the mark. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. Giddey passes to Banchero. Back to Giddey. Suggs outside. Let's go with a 3. Hits the trifecta. 7 points in the game.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Chicago leading by 6. There's a screen. From deep, Rose. It's rebounded by Banchero. The Magic have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. From deep, Rose. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wagner's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Down low. And it's Giddey missing.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
And again, Chicago, no good. Magic trail by 6. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Outside Giddey. To the middle. Here's Batase. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, I just love the game of Giddey. Looks for others first. A great guy to play with.
Isaac, he's checked in for Wagner. It's the 2K leaderboard showing the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Second, the Magic.
And whenever you turn the ball over against them, they pushed it right back at you. Last year, they were just merciless at exploiting teams whenever they made mistakes against them.
Right side Giddey. The 3 from Suggs. Rose grabs the board. And so it's Rose with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They've led by as many as 11. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
And most of the arena was totally against them.
Oh, big finish!
Wow.
Okay, I see you.
Big but quick. Suggs so powerful off the drive.
Throws it up high. It's stolen by Isaac. In transition, the Magic on the run.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Looking to slow it down here, run a play.
Which is interesting, because they've done much better playing with pace.
Rose against Giddey. And that one is stuffed right through.
And this is a vintage night from Derrick Rose. It's like we're back in 2011, his MVP season.
Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Franz Wagner comes in for Isaac. Banchero outside. Back to Giddey. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Giddey's got 15.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. Magic trail by 3. Here's Giddey. The rebound by Phillips. The Bulls shooting around 51%. That's a good number.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
To the inside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And how about the leaping ability of Suggs, getting off the floor with such ease.
And it's out of bounds. Still Chicago's ball. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they kick off a road trip in Brooklyn, where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Monday, they'll head home to take on the Utah Jazz.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, it's the 8th time they'll take the court in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Puts up a deep three. Orlando with a rebound. Wagner's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. It's Giddey on the wing. Collins defending. Carter, good.
I just love the ball movement.
Chicago trailing here. Fires away from way outside. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got his 6th rebound on the night. Orlando with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Wagner for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. 27 seconds left in the first half. Rose outside. Clock at 6. Takes it inside. That one's good for 2. Rose has got 8 points here in the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Derrick Rose has been leading the charge for Chicago. He's been lighting it up tonight. 24 points. We'll be right back after this word.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Looking at the Bulls, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And turning back now to talk about the Orlando Magic. What a close game this has been.
Their effort on the offensive glass has set a strong message. They're not going to be pushed around, and they're going to battle and outwork you.
Like I outwork you every day, Kenny. I'm just saying.
I outwork both of you, and it ain't even close. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, you look at Derrick Rose. What a contribution.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
Buzelis out there with Ayo Dosunmu. Then it's Kobe White. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Rose in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And passes like this demonstrate Rose's unselfish attitude, which is why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Wagner, the pass to Giddey. Banchero surveys. Picked by Carter. Fires the 3. At the arc. Banchero finds his mark.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Rose outside. Vucevic finds Rose. Here's Buzelis. Now here's Vucevic. Nifty move. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Carroll passes to Giddey. Tries the spin move. Back to Banchero. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. So hits one and misses one at the line. What a fantastic second year for Paolo Banchero, Grant. A bona fide all-star in Orlando.
Yeah, only their second all-star over the last decade. Paolo was incredible during the playoffs, averaging 27, 9, and 4. That playoff experience is big for him going forward. Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
This is his second trip to the line of the game. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Inside, here's Buzelis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Giddey passes to Suggs. Now here's Banchero. There's a screen. Back to Suggs. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Rose with it. He's got 24. And he lobs it up top.
And this is how you run the pick and roll. Rose, a master at this stage of his career.
Derrick Rose.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now Giddey. He's got 15. Looking to end this cold spell. Yep, that one goes. Giddey's got 17 points.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. The Bulls trail by 5. Rose outside. Dosunmu, the pass to Rose. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Buzelis. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Can't get it to drop. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time, and it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. Here's Rose. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Wendell Carter. And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line.
First personal foul.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Banchero outside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
On the drive, Banchero can be pretty forceful, and he'll need that here in the league.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing. He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Orlando again missing. Bulls trail by 4. White for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. White's got 14.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Pass to Suggs. Banchero left side. Wagner outside. He puts up a 3. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. White for 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now. They swipe it. Here we go, one-on-one. Rose with it. Now guarded by Suggs. Rose against Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Rose, a screen on Carter. Back to Rose. 5 on the clock. Dosunmu outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Dosunmu's got 5 points now this quarter.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
Giddey passes to Banchero. Up top, Suggs. Pass to Carter to win the run. No luck on that one. The Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. That one goes in. And now a 4-point Bulls lead.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Boy, you look at Derrick Rose. What a contribution.
He's been on a mission, attacking the basket all game long. I'm curious to see what adjustments they can make.
Herter's checked in for Chicago. And a change for the Magic. Black's checked in for Suggs. Wagner, the pass to Giddey. And that one, good. Giddey's got 19 points.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
Giddey against Rose. Puts the move on. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. In each of the last 2 years, RJ, the Bulls have been eliminated in the play-in tournament.
Yes, they've been just about 500 each of those seasons, so Chicago has been in that dreaded middle ground. Not contenders while also not picking high in the draft. That is the worst place any NBA team could be.
Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. 5th best, the Magic.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
That one misses.
Normally, he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
Giddey passes to Banchero. Just 5 on the clock. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And he recovers it. Bulls leading by 5. Rose outside. From deep three-point range. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 6 rebounds in the game. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Giddey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the ever-evolving jump shot of Giddey looking better by the season.
His three-point shooting kind of dried up in the second half. He is yet to make one after knocking down 3 before halftime.
Banchero outside to the paint. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well and screen the rolls.
Rose against Giddey. White on the wing. From downtown. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Banchero outside. Down low. Here's Giddey. The shot no good. Nice D from Vucevic. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Wagner.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Giddey. Chicago with a rebound. They've led by as many as 11. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Back to Rose. Fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Black. Magic trail by 4. Here's Banchero. Banchero uses his size down there.
Whatever adjustments were made in half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
Rose into the lane. Stolen by Giddey. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Here's Wagner. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Okoro comes in for White. Latase's checked in for Orlando. Jones comes in for Giddey. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
The thing about this, I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Here's Rose. Finds the bottom from 13 feet out. Rose has got 36 points.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Here's Jones. Orlando again missing. Chicago leading. Herter passes to Rose.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the third. Pick by Smith. Herter from long range. The shot is good, and the assist by Rose. Herter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pass to Wagner. And here's Banchero. Jones from outside. Counted from distance.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Herter can't hit.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Here's Jones. The three from Banchero. Smith with the rebound.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Banchero against Rose. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. The three. Orlando with the rebound. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Stopping on a dime. Rose with precision shooting.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. From 12 feet. Banchero no good.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Rose against Jones. Back to Herter. Rose up top. Over Jones. He knocks it down. Wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review.
It will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The officials are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those...
Derrick Rose has been leading the charge for Chicago. Moving the rock and looking for a shot. It's clear he's in a good rhythm. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can keep.
And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Smith. Herter's checked in for White. And it's Derrick Rose in for Jones. On the court for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then there's Jalen Suggs. Then it's Wendell Carter. And it's Black in its shooting guard. Here's Rose. 5 to shoot with the drive. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, once Rose feels like he has to step on the defense, he's ready for a liftoff. What a slam.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. And Carroll left side. Suggs outside. Inside, here's Carter. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Suggs against Rose. DeSumo outside. Back to Rose. And stolen by Suggs. In transition, the Magic on the run. Here's Banchero. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
He's upped his aggressiveness, wanting to get to the line more and doing just that.
Okoro is checked in for Chicago. And a change for the Magic. Jones is checked in. Rose against Jones. Pass to Buzelis. Three-pointer. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Rose. Rose has got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him tonight. Jones drives in. And there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Rose. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Kobe White, he's checked in for Okoro. And a change for the Magic. Giddey's checked in. Here's Giddey. Pass to Wagner. To the inside. 5 on the clock. And a pass break now for the Bulls.
Oh, some explosive stuff from Rose right at the rim, showing these young boys how ferocious he can still be.
Orlando trailing here. Wagner, the pass to Giddey. And another miss by Orlando. Chicago's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
Three-pointer, Buzelis drills it from deep. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
The kick out to Banchero. They need this. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Giddey against Rose. And he throws it down with one hand.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Giddey against Rose. Puts it up from 12. And it's Giddey missing.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down. As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Magic trail by 8. Giddey passes to Wagner. Back to Giddey. There's the triple. Gets the 3 ball to go. Giddey's got 26.
He's finally getting a chance to show off his range. I know he wishes he would have found his shot in the first half.
White can't hit.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want. And he is playing with 110% effort.
Chicago leading by 5. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Giddey's got 8 rebounds in the game. Banchero left side. Carter on the wing. Pass to Giddey. Puts up a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. And the Bulls shooting around 53% on the 4th. The Bulls with another miss.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And it's Giddey missing. And it's the Bulls' ball. They're on a 16-7 run. A deep 3. Rose can't connect. And Giddey has got the ball here for Orlando. And Carroll with a screen on Herder. Giddey against Herder. And it's Giddey missing. Chicago leading. Fires away from way outside. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Giddey's got space. That one's good from the corner. Giddey's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
When his team needs him, Giddey steps up. Love to see a guy with that kind of fire.
The Bulls making a switch here. The Sumu's checked in. Suggs is checked in for Orlando. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team. How bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Fourth personal foul. 13 foul.
1:58 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Well, he's a mix of long arms and strength. Vooch is able to disrupt just about any play.
White can't hit.
That is a hard-won rebound, a man's rebound right there. Way to battle for it inside.
Giddey into the lane. Uzelis grabs the board. Uzelis has got 7 rebounds in the game. White, good.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Rose against Giddey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Giddey's got 30 points.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
Here's Rose. Orlando with the rebound.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
And Carroll finds Carter. Outside Giddey. Launches a 3. Fires in the triple. And now just a 3-point Chicago lead.
Late game pressure, no problem. Not a factor in Giddey's concentration.
Orlando has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
Yeah! Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Fires from way outside. Rebounded by Suggs.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not good.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Giddey against Rose. 6 to shoot. Lets it go. And that time also a missed shot. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
To take the lead, Giddey. And that's it! A huge stop to win the game! A last-second rejection! So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for